Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, which means it's the second week of the Sirdar Easter Cal. I have already finished week 1 right here. All the ends are woven in, and I was correct in my prediction. We are just going to continue on with the center panel, and we're going to start doing the blue border. But in addition to doing the blue border, we are also making some of the Easter eggs that go on the blanket itself. We are now going to get started. We have our cornflower color over here on the side, and I'm going to get started crocheting. I don't think this will take me that long. I think I can get it knocked out today, but we will see. Alright, we have started the first side of the second round. I really love how this cornflower color looks against the Cupid color. Looking really pretty. But actually, I just got a call from my dad just a moment ago, and I'm gonna go over there. We're gonna take a pause on this, and when I get back, I'll just keep on working on it. Alright, we are back from visiting with my dad, but we are actually about to go and leave and get some dinner here in just a little bit. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done in like 30 minutes. We have the first side of the second round done, and we have 3 sides, so I think we can definitely get this done before we head out for dinner. The first round of the cornfield color is just straightening out the waves, and now we are just building on that and building out the square. Alright, we are back from dinner. I did take this with me to work on it, and I was able to finish another round and start round 4, I believe is what I'm on. And there's 8 rounds total of the cornfield before you start making some of the Easter eggs. So I've only just started round 4, as you can see. So we are making some good progress. I think maybe it was a little too ambitious to say that I could finish it tonight. Just because I started later in the day, and now it's time to hang out, play with my doggies, and just kind of chill a little bit. But I am going to work on this for a little bit longer tonight. Let's see if I can get at least row 5 done. And I think that would be some good progress for the first day. Good morning. So I have been working on this a little bit this morning, and I just finished the 6th row, so I'm about to start the 7th. Last night I finished the 4th and started the 5th round, but I was starting to get a little sleepy, so I didn't work on it much more than that. So we're about to start the 7th round, like I said, and then that just means we have 2 rounds left and we can start on the little Easter eggs, and this week will be done. We have used probably half of the skein of the first skein of the cornflower color, but in the yarn pack you get 4 total, so it's no worry on running out. And I think I mentioned this, but I really like the contrast between this cornflower and the Cupid. It just looks really, really pretty. I think I can knock out these 2 rows, and then the Easter eggs are pretty small with minimal color changes is what it looks like, so it should go by pretty quickly. We just finished the 8th row for this week. Here is how that looks. Almost used the full skein. We are considerably lighter. For the pattern, it does say to leave it on and put a stitch marker in the loop because you're going to continue this color for the next week. But now with this part done, we're supposed to make the Easter eggs. So I'm going to grab my colors and get started on that. All right. For our first Easter egg, we are using the colors Erin and Rainforest. Here is the update on the Easter eggs. I finished the first one with the Rainforest, I believe it's called Rainforest. Yes, Rainforest color and the Erin. And I still have it attached because, if I can get untangled here, I still have it attached because I want to do a single crochet border around it, and I was feeling lazy and didn't want to do that right away, so I didn't. Plus, also, I had gone over to my friend's house. We had a little Fiber Friday crochet and chat session. So I was over there and I didn't really feel like doing the border at that time. So I will do it here in a moment. But I also finished the bright lemon with the white. Again, it is still attached because I still want to do the single crochet border around, and actually one of my stitches has come undone, but that is okay. It is easy to fix. And then lastly was the flame and the pink. I have 3 out of 8 done. That means I have 5 left to do. So I've made some pretty good progress on this. I'm making some good progress on the eggs here. I am on the second flower egg, and I just wanted to share really quickly something that I'm changing on this second egg in comparison to what I did on the first one. So the first one, I followed the instructions and I cut my contrasting color in between, and on this one I did not. I'm actually carrying it. If you can see right there, I have just carried it, so I only have this first tail where I joined in with the contrasting color, and so now I'm just carrying it. And when I do this double crochet in between before I do my next bobble stitch, I'm just going to crochet over this tail end, which, I mean, if you look at the blanket itself, these are sewn on, or they look to be sewn on to the blanket anyway, so the back doesn't have to be pretty. I'm just doing that just because anyway, just to make sure it's real secure, and that way I don't have as many yarn ends to weave in when I am finished with this. So I just really quickly wanted to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna finish this one up and the other 2, and then I will share the full progress for this week. Good morning. So last night I did finish off making the little Easter eggs. Here we are. We have the 2 yellow, the flame and pink, the rainforest and the Erin colors, and then the pink and the grass colors. this one is my favorite so far. I just like how the green stands out against the pink. For these flower eggs, I did not do a single crochet border around. I didn't feel like it would be necessary. Whereas on this one, I felt like it just needed a little more cohesiveness, I guess, or just to make it look a little more put together. So I did a single crochet border around the zigzag eggs, but not around the flower eggs. And then here are all 8 rounds of the cornflower for this week. It's looking pretty good. So next week, just because the pattern says to leave the cornflower color attached and put a stitch marker in so you know, so you don't lose that, I am guessing that next week we are just going to continue on with this and finish out the cornflower rounds for this particular section. And then I am also going to guess that next week we are going to do the rest of the eggs, because if I remember correctly looking at the picture, there's 16 eggs total, so we've only done half of the eggs that are needed. Next week we're probably going to finish the cornflower and then finish the eggs, and we may even attach the eggs. I don't know if the pattern is going to explicitly say that, but if it doesn't, I may go ahead and just try to do that and knock that out of the way. That way it's a smaller blanket and I don't have to struggle as much. Whereas if I was trying to sew the eggs on when it was a larger blanket, kind of gotta fiddle with it a little bit just to get it sewed on. That is going to be the end of this week's video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see y'all next week.